guys, welcome back. I'm Brittany of Britzy Thrift. I'm a reseller on Poshmark as well as eBay, and welcome to May What Sold. So I'm recording my April What Sold and my May What Sold like in the same day. So if you see me wearing the same clothes, that's what it is. If you enjoyed the last video, maybe you'll enjoy this one as well. So let's get right into it. We're going to start off with what sold for me in May on Poshmark, and then we'll get into what sold on eBay. So the first thing to sell for me was this 6397. That's the brand of jean. It's a size 30 skinny jeans for men, and it sold for $35 and I got $28. So that's I think it was just a unique pair of jeans that felt really nice, like good quality, and that's why I decided to take a chance on them. Next, I sold this Nuitag Duluth size 18 mid-rise dry on the fly improved skirt for $27, and I got $21.60. It got a 5-star rating, and it says item was as expected and how it was described. Would purchase from the seller again. So thank you so much for taking the time to write an additional comment, and I'm glad that she's happy with her skirt. I do like Duluth because it's just a good outdoor brand. It's kind of like Eddie Bauer, and I think it makes for like pretty good bread and butter. Here is another one of my favorite brands. This is an outdoor brand called Title 9, and this is the Recycled Clamor 2.0 hiking pant in green. This sold for $40, even with it being in a size 2. So I've had pretty good luck with small sizes in the month of May, which is blowing my mind because my whole thing was, oh, try to make sure that you get the larger sizes. But the smaller sizes have been coming through lately. It's crazy. So I'm going to have to start paying closer attention. I guess if it is the brand, you know, it's going to sell regardless. So anyway, this sold for $40 and I got $32, and I regret leaving the other pair behind. Then we have this ModCloth size large zigzag crochet knit skirt that sold for $20 and I got $16. Then I sold this Lilly Pulitzer size medium dress for $20 and I got $16. This sold, I believe, the next day after I listed it. It had like a couple of little stains, I believe, that I didn't see when I purchased it. I thought that, well, it wasn't terrible, but that's why I was like, okay, yeah, it's a quick flip. You know, Lilly Pulitzer, I love her style, but she's not the best seller for me. So, and this was like one of the more t-shirt dresses. It was, I think it was made of Pima cotton, but in any case, that's money that came right back into my pocket. Then I sold this Nuitag Polo Ralph Lauren classic fit size extra large gray white stripe shirt for men, sold for $25, and out of that I got $20. Here is a Lululemon, so thank goodness for the Lululemon men's shirts that I picked up. I was like, I really should not have picked up all these pre-owned Lululemon shirts, but the fact that they were men's and they were 2XL, so plus size, is what made me pick them up, and I thought that I would be able to sell them in the $20 to $25 range. This is a gray short sleeve t-shirt that sold for $20 and I got $16. Here's another Title 9. This one was new with tags. It was called the Slaycation Tapered Pant in Textured Pink. This one sold for $50 and I got $40. I love Title 9. It always does so well for me. Here's one that I wasn't sure about because I think it had like some kind of a club, like a, what do you call it, country club embroidery on it. And I think we went back and forth with it a little bit, but I was like, all right, it's bread and butter. I have other TravisMathew shirts in 2XL that are pre-owned that are not moving, so this one I was willing to let go of. So there's a TravisMathew 2XL. This is called the Cabana Chest Stripe Polo. Blue Nights was the name of the color. Sold for $25 and I got $20 out of that, so I'm happy to have the quick flip because all these quick bread and butter flips, they are getting my inventory down and they're putting money in my pocket, so I'm loving it, I'm feeling it, and I'm here for it. Here's a pair of Nisolo size 10.5 leather high top shoes. I think this is the only time that I've found a pair of Nisolo. I remember that someone that I was watching said that it was a pretty good brand, but for me, I guess it's just bread and butter. But I did think that they were a pretty nice pair of shoes. I think they had the Vibram soles on the bottom. And this got a 5-star rating. Sorry, they sold for $25. I got $20. And the person said the shoes were in great shape and they arrived earlier than expected. So thank you so much for your purchase. Here is a pair of Quince. So I mentioned in the previous What Sold video that I found a bundle of someone's Quince extra large European wide leg linen pants in different colors. Once I kind of figured out the price point to sell them at, they have been going, and they've just made great bread and butter, and it's adding up so quickly. So I'm so glad that I picked up all those pants that day. Here is a Quince 100% European linen wide leg pant in mineral blue. This sold for $25, and I got $20. Here's a Nuitag Azos Luxe size 14 black glossy vinyl iridescent pant that sold for $14, and out of that, sold for $12, and I got $9.05. I kind of regretted picking this up. I think it was just that I thought it was so cool because it was like really, really like plasticky, but then after I photographed it and folded it, I was like, okay, these are such sticky licorice pants that, I was like, what was I thinking? But in any case, I got my money back and profit, so I'm happy that they're gone, but I would not pick them up again. Next, I sold this Chico's women's puff sleeve tier ink leaf harbor green dress for $35, and I got $28. I really wanted somebody to get this dress because I just thought it was so pretty. Here's another Quince sale. Quince 100% linen wide leg, my second mineral blue pair of pants sold for $25, and I got $20 again. Here's another Quince. This one is the deep navy pant. Same thing, extra large, European linen. Sold for $25, I got $20. So I'm just like checking them out, Here's a Nuitag Sailor Moon size 3X pink suspender skirt from Hot Topic. Sold for $20, and out of that I received $16. Here's a child's Ariat size medium red quilted jacket that's sold for $20, and I got $16. It got a 5-star rating, and the person said, thank you. This will be perfect for my little girl when she is at the barn. Isn't that so cute? That is so sweet. Here's an Eileen Fisher extra, extra small 100% organic linen plaid pants. I picked these up on the fly just because I really like the way that they look. They look really like, I don't know, studious or preppy or something, but they sold for $20, and I got $16, and it was a quick flip. Here's a Pokemon girls size extra large 1416 Pikachu yellow hooded lightning foil tutu dress that sold for $20, and I got $16. So again, all that bread and butter is adding up. Here's a Helly Hansen red and blue packable hooded windbreaker sailing jacket that sold for $24, and I got $19.20. I'm just so glad that Poshmark has come out with this reactivate listings thing, because now that I've done it, I'm noticing, more of my older items are moving out, and I'm so glad because I need the space in my storage unit for things that I can move faster, and I don't want things that are older to be, taking up needed space. So here's the next sale is something that I had a good feeling about. I was like, these pants look really cool. I'm gonna look them up. Sure enough, they had a high sell-through rate. So this is called Golf Teeny, and they're a women's size extra small plaid pant. So they're used for golfing, outdoorsy, golf course, country club kind of stuff. I'm rambling, sorry. They sold for $50, and I got $40. So, and that was a very fast flip. Again, it seems like things are starting to move faster. The more I trust my gut, paired with looking up comps, I'm starting to get faster sales. Here's a Patagonia men's size 34 organic cotton pair of shorts. Organic cotton Patagonia men's shorts do very well for me. Even when they're kind of busted, they still sell. So this sold for $25, and I got $20, and I got them out of the $2 bin. Here's a pair of jeans. They're skinny jeans for men, or either they're unisex. They're called New, N-E-U-W. These are 28 by 32. These are the Iggy skinny black jeans. They were a button fly. I was experimenting with this brand because the comps at the time looked like they could be something, but I don't really think that they're worth me continuing to pick up. These sold for $18, and I got $14.40. Next, I sold this. This is a $2 bin pickup. This is a Nuitag Overruns extra large navy blue athletic dress with built-in shorts. So I remember this day I picked up some Halara Overruns and something else, but basically they were all like tennis dresses from the $2 bin, and I sold this for $17, and out of that I got $13.60. Here's another Lilly Pulitzer dress that I sold along with it didn't go to the same person, but I picked up like 3 Lilly Pulitzer dresses at the same time just because they were so pretty. This is another one of those. It's a size 4. This is called the Keela tunic dress. in Bluefin Moroccan eyelet. So beautiful flutter sleeve eyelet dress, sold for $40, and I got $32, a 5-star rating, and she said beautiful dress, fast shipping. So I'm really glad that she's enjoying it. I thought it was so pretty. It looked like something that was like very nautical. Here's another collection that I was worried about, but it is working out tremendously well. So Figs is not my favorite brand. I struggle to sell it. Even new at tags, I struggle to sell it. Sorry, my dog, she had a bath and she's a little itchy. So if you can hear her in the background or if you hear some noises, that's her. Anywho, so Figs. One day I went to the thrift store and someone had donated all of their Figs jumpsuits. They were in an extra, extra small. They were pre-owned, but I just thought they looked really, really cool. And according to eBay, they were selling. So I was kind of scared. I was like, you know, this brand doesn't do that well for you. Plus, it's not only in a small size, it's in an extra, extra small size. So I was just like, yeah, but something just tells me that I'm going to take a chance. So I bought all of them plus some other stuff for $65. And they've been selling for about the same price point. I would say, I think between 40 to 55. So I've been getting my money back. I believe I sold 5. I've sold 5. I picked up 7 and I've sold 5. I've only got 2 left. So I'm really happy about that. Okay, so first, these two sold to the same person. She could have bundled them, but maybe she didn't know how to, and I didn't want to go through and cancel the sale and all of that, you know, because sometimes it just confuses them. So I just shipped them, you know, in separate packages. So she got both of my Figs extra, extra small Rafaela jumpsuits in teal blue. One she paid $55 for, and the other one she paid $49 for. And so for the $55 one, my profit is, my order earnings is $44. And then for the one she paid $49 for, my order earnings is $39.20. So just amazing, because I was so worried about them, and it turned out that it was a very good investment. I paid $6 a piece for each jumpsuit. Then I sold this pair of Native, which is a very durable child's breathable play shoe. They're in the size J6. They're the Jefferson purple shoes. Sold for $20, and I got $16 out of that. Then I sold another Figs extra, extra small. This was a red Rafaela jumpsuit, sold for $40. And out of that, I got $32. Here's an Everlane extra small brown tiered corduroy dress. Sold for $20, and I got $16. So I'm happy to see that move. I thought it was kind of lagging-y, you know, kind of like prairie-esque. And I thought that, well, I know Everlane is like supposed to be a more sustainable brand, but I always have a little trouble with moving it. So maybe I'm going to have to like make sure that I'm aiming for more of a, you know, $20, $25 area with that to make it bread and butter. Then I sold this new tag Lauren Ralph Lauren size 2X black label red floral top. Sold for $25, and I got $20. Here's an Ivanka Trump. Yeah, here's an Ivanka Trump women's size blue. Here's an Ivanka Trump women's blue printed maxi dress in a size 12. This is new with tag, sold for $15, and I got $12 out of that. And then we have this is a Walmart pickup. This is a Hanes size large UNC Carolina V-neck short sleeve t-shirt, sold for $14, and out of that I got $11.05. I probably either paid $1 or $2 for this t-shirt. And she messaged me, let me see if I can get that message. She said, hey, she said, package received and shirt looks great. This is my first time using Poshmark. How do I accept the purchase? So I just let her know how to accept the purchase, and I let her know that after 3 days, if she hasn't accepted the purchase, then Poshmark will automatically do it for her. So I'm so glad that I could give her a good and happy experience with it being her first time using Poshmark, because, you know, I know there's been a lot of bad stuff, people abandoning, you know, jumping ship, not wanting to shop up there, not wanting to sell on there. So I'm glad that I can make her first experience good for her. Here is another good one, Carve Designs. Love this brand. It's a women's Oahu Twill Dogtown shorts, just like the other ones that were blue. These were in a cream, kind of a striped color. They sold for $33 and I got $26.40. So this was a $2 bin pickup. And then here's an Old Navy size 3X high-rise wide leg linen blend blue pants. Sorry, I'm getting tongue-tied. That sold for $20 and out of that I received $16. Here's a Talbot's A-line floral paisley canvas mini skirt in a size 12, sold for $20 and I got $16. So again, it's all that bread and butter is just building up and building up. Here I have a Dorfman Pacifico Nuitag natural fiber hat that sold for $24 and I got $19.20. I think I might stop picking up straw hats because they're a little bit hard to ship. Like, they're so lightweight, but then you have to put them in a box for protection. So I'm going to keep that in mind from here on out. Straw hats are kind of hard to ship, so, you know, try to chill with the straw hats. Then I sold this Nuitag Garano extra extra large black gel City Path cycling shorts. These sold for $14 and I got $11.05 that came from the $2 bin. Here's a Patagonia men's size medium gray hybrid shorts. It had the inside netting cut out, but I didn't think that would really affect them because some people cut the netting out for comfort anyway. Still sold in no time for $25 and out of that I got $20. Then I sold this bundle of BG Max Azria. It's a purple skirt that's Nuitags, and there's also a Nuitag J. Crew factory size 6 floral skirt with pockets. This bundle, this bundle sold for $35 and out of that I got $28. And then I just picked these up not too long ago. This is a Halara size small gray flex denim wide leg jean. This is what actually got me back into picking up Halara, I believe. For a while I stopped because it wasn't really moving that fast, but I didn't know that they made comfortable jeans. And they were a wide leg and I thought they were cool, so I went on and got them. Flipped in no time for $30 and I got $24 out of that. Okay, so now let's see what sold for me on eBay in the month of May. On May the 2nd, I sold this Lands' End Tinsel wide leg pants in women's 20W. These are green, they're new with tags. They sold for $40 and I got $22.38. So again, Lands' End is another good outdoor brand. I do like the outdoor brands like Eddie Bauer, Lands' End, Orvis, you know, those things like that have some good functionality. I think they work pretty well in the summertime. And, you know, I mean, they could also work in the winter if you find like some insulated. I know like the LL Bean insulated jeans tend to do well for bread and butter. So sold this Cove USA. These are a men's extra large black windbreaker jogger pant for $40. These came out of the $2 bin and I got $26.60 out of that. Here's a Masters Tech, which is a line from Peter Millar. This is an extra extra large green short sleeve t-shirt that sold for $35 and out of that I received $23.42. This came from the $2 bin as well. Here's a Ross sale. So, I mean, a Ross pickup. I probably paid like maybe $2 for it. It says, oh, I think it's a Ross pickup. Maybe not. I can't remember. Don't quote me. Anyway, it's new without tag. This is a RD and Cocoa 3X multicolor striped satin pleated crinkle pants. So I really like the texture of them because they were, you know, crinkly. Sold for $30 and out of that I received $17.34. Here is an Intro size 1X distressed knit sweater. And Intro, I had some good luck with it for a little while, but it seems to have kind of stopped. This person wanted it for $20, but I asked them if they could take 25, if they would do 25 because they're getting free shipping, and they agreed. So I sold this for $25, and then I got $13.84. Here is another Figs extra extra small Rafaela cargo scrub jumpsuit. This one was in black, and this was the first one that sold for me on May 18th. This sold for $50, and I got $30.91. Here's a Rock Revival size 29. This is the Eba Easy Crop Faux Jewel embellished jean. Sold for $35 and I got $18.57. Here's a Vuori extra extra large. This was a part of like when I got the men's Lululemon 2XL. This was part of his collection, his workout collection that I got out of the $2 bin. It's a Vuori 2XL short sleeve brown t-shirt, sold for $25, and out of that I got $15.50. Here's a Gauls Black Elite Ops tactical pants. They're women's 18 by 32, sold for $30, and out of that I received $18.89. Here's a Talbot's 6 Petite blue 100% linen open front quarter sleeve jacket that sold for $30, and I got $19.28. Then on May 21st, I sold another Quince. This is a 100% European linen wide leg flax. Flax was the color of the pants. They sold for $30, and out of that I received $18. Then I sold this Eloquii size 14/16 pink floral crop wide leg v-neck kimono style jumpsuit for $40. Thought it was so pretty and so cute because of the pink, and I got $25.66. Then I sold this Athleta size 14 white Cabo linen wide leg pants. So I'm loving all the linen sales because I feel like 'tis the season for linen. Sold for $30, and out of that I got $13.72. Then I sold this was a $2 bin pickup. Usually I pass on this brand, but because it was $2 and it was new at tags and the size was a little bit bigger, I picked it up. So this is the Studio Blue Cadence mid-rise cuffed distressed jean short that sold for $25, and I got $14.73. Here's a GV Art and Design large black Miller Lights Out 24 short sleeve t-shirt. This was new at tags. It's also from the $2 bin. Like I said, anytime I see something like that's like a kind of a cool or artsy t-shirt or sweatshirt, I will pick it up, especially if it's only $2. I sold this for $30, and I received $19.70. Here's a Bombas extra large nude bra that sold for $25, and out of that I received $15.77. I think I paid 99 cents for it. I think, because I know it came out of the $2 bin, but sometimes they'll charge you a little less for the bra. I didn't know that Bombas made like bras. I've only ever seen the socks, but you know, now I know. Here is another Quince 100% European linen wide leg. This one is in driftwood, and this sold for $30. Out of that I received $18.57. So I love it when I can sell someone's collection quickly. So that's it. That's what sold for me in my Poshmark as well as my eBay for the month of May. I do feel like things have improved, finally improved. I do feel like I'm actually getting paid now. Like, so long as I list and I give a little to both platforms give a little to me as far as sales go. So that's relieving. It's motivating. I've been listing on both platforms every single day, and I'm really happy with the results. So I'm glad that things have turned around. Yeah, and that's it. Thank you so much for watching this video, and I hope that you enjoyed it, and I do hope to catch you in the next one.